I think, yeah, Chris Christie would have obviously, I think, probably blown everyone out of the water. But in that, Mitt Romney didn't do anything to, you know, hurt his chances.
Here's what I think. I think that people are making fun of this lineup because it's early. And also, the media doesn't have the strange new respect candidate, the candidate that moves to the middle or to the left. Right. They're all conservatives, pretty much. Yeah. So they like to make fun of them. And I think that, you know, I don't think that Kaine did that badly. You know, he got a lot of grief for that one thing he said. No,
I thought they all did fine. It's just that I don't think you can win the presidency from the House of Representatives or not from elective office. So we're really just looking at a few of the candidates on the stage there, plus Chris Christie.
What about Palin? Like, I'm thinking of who scares the left the most. Is Palin the scariest?
No, I think they just hate her the most.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true. That's what. Speaking of which, Bill, pretend you watched the debate and give us your talking points memo.
My talking points memo is Bachmann-Kaine, unbeatable.
Yes.
Now you got Bachmann, who I'm told has the Tea Party, and I've read that that's important. And you got Kaine, and he's got the six cheese Wisconsin pizza for everyone. So you got your pizza, you got your Tea Party, unbeatable.
I like that.
I hope they don't take on Obama. Yeah. Can't emphasize that enough.
I think he's being sarcastic.
No, I'm not. No, I'm also hungies. I like thinking about dominoes.
All right. Here's what may be the greatest interview ever. A newscaster tries to tell the Dalai Lama a really, really old joke.
So the Dalai Lama walks into a pizza shop.
Pizza shop.
Pizza?
Pizza shop, yes.
Yeah, pizza shop. And says, "Can you make me one with everything?"
What's that? That's what it. Oh, yes.
Do you know what I mean? Can you make me one with everything?
Theoretically possible.
Oh, I knew that wouldn't work.
Do you know what's I like that. I love that because even though before we do an episode of Red Eye, when I have the feeling that something wouldn't work, you never listen to it. Right. You never listen to it. You still do it.
Yeah, stay the course.
You just keep going. You just keep digging. You got to keep digging.
Did you? Was that a good idea? Would you have thought of that as a good idea to tell that joke?
That was a fabulous idea. I didn't know who that guy was, and now that clip's being watched everywhere. It was a great idea. It made a name for himself.
It's the Dalai Lama.
Yes. He's adorable.
Oh.
Sure, wasn't the actress Linda Hunt?
It might have been. She only plays men. Was that inappropriate?
Well, look, yeah. I mean, you got to go for it. But on the other hand, I think the Dalai Lama had heard that joke before.
Do you think he was just being polite?
I don't think he was being polite. I think he was being like, I don't get it. Say it, tell it again. I don't get it. The idea that the Dalai Lama has to be a nice guy all the time is kind of bull.
I think you're right. Blondes have heard every blonde joke. Lawyers have heard every lawyer joke.
He's so tired of it.
He must have heard this joke.
And he probably thought, you know that it's a hot dog joke. It's not a pizza joke. It's about going to the hot dog vendor and asking if one would do it or whatever. All right. Why am I talking? Coming up. Do the poor taste like chicken? Ann Coulter discusses her new book, I Eat Poor People. What? But first, I know. Can a wiener be a boob? Or can a wiener be an ass? Surprise, a wiener can be both. Nice. Is the pervy Pole just an a-hole? So congressional sex pest Anthony Weiner is seeking treatment. But for what? We don't know. Well, experts interviewed by Politico say he could suffer from a buttload of conditions. Their words, believe it or not, including narcissism, obsessive-compulsive disorder, or even sexual addiction. And none of these ills, sadly, comes with a quick fix. Treatment requires weeks, months, or even years of one-on-one therapy. Ooh, that sounds like fun. Depending on how much of a jerk he really is. Experts say it's going to be a long haul. That was mean, experts. Meanwhile, tape is surfaced of Weiner attempting to seduce a woman online.
Try harder now.
You know, that's where you go, thank God we invented glass. That would be a perfect ad for a glass company. Take that from me. Glass. You're lucky it was there, baby.
They're so cute when they have yet to discover fear.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
look,
you can
he's
just
smiling
call
at
him
me.
anything. Yeah.
He's Rob, is there a rehab for narcissism?
No way. Come on, if there was, we wouldn't have anybody in the houses of Congress or on television, Greg. Let's be honest. We gotta
Unnecessary.
Stop all this. Yeah, well, and yet...
and yet factual.
Yeah, right. We got to stop all this rehab business. You know, there's nothing that he needs to be rehabbed for. He's just a kind of a creep and a pervert.
Yeah.
What he really needs to do is kind of actually be a real man and then flirt with and be with a woman in real life, and then you just be a bad husband rather than a bad man.
Or write a column in Hustler.
Right.
You know, get a cartoon, get something that fits your perversion.
Right.
And can he blame a personality disorder on a problem? I mean, is he going to adopt the therapy culture and he get out of this alive?
Apparently, I already saw today. I linked to it on my webpage. Liberals have gotten to the bottom of this, and they attribute the sexting to the fact, yes, that Anthony Weiner is so hot. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, normal people.
Yes.
But it's so creepy. He's the guy, and he's doing the striptease.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
For some.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting where I am.
Hey, Lauren, this is the funny part about this. So if he goes into therapy and then he comes back and doesn't resign, that means he hasn't been cured. Because if he was cured of his narcissism and weirdness, he would have to resign.
Look, Greg, if being in love with your mirror is a condition that can be treated, then you should march me down to the nearest clinic.
Yes.
I don't think that anything, I mean, unless the treatment involves taking away his camera phone, what are they going to do for him?
I think they got to force him to grow out his hair everywhere. And that will, and just get him off the gym and just make him have him get a real job or something. Again, like I said, he could work at Bally's. He could be a personal trainer. Bill, you've been to several rehabs. Do they work?
No, and then I realized who I was, and it cured me of my narcissism. Once you sober up, I'll tell you, and you have to look at the man in the mirror. I'm so sick of disorders. Like, everyone's got a disorder instead of screwing something up.
Yeah.
The one thing that I will say that he has a disorder of, body dysmorphic disorder.
Yes.
I think he has that.
Yes, he has
because
that.
I've seen those pics. I have better abs. And I improved it because for the next 30 seconds on my Twitter page, you can compare and contrast. And then it's off. And then it's off. Enjoy, America.
I don't think those are abs, Bill. I think those are track marks.
It was actually a bag full of potatoes in it, but way to ruin it for me.
Those are scabs.
Those are scabs, yes. They are healing.
Same difference, right?
All right. Do you have a comment on the show? Email us. It's redeye@foxnews.com. And to leave a voicemail on my direct line, call 212-462-5050. Still to come, the halftime report from TV's Andy Levy, a tragic figure in the world of TV.
Tonight's halftime report is sponsored by Scooter Dog. That super talented canine made famous for his numerous TV appearances, dog shows, and of course, unmistakable talent. Thanks, Scooter Dog.
Welcome back. Let's find out if we've got anything wrong so far. For that, we go to TV's Andy Levy. Hey, Andy.
Hey, so, Greg?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to say this, so I'm just going to say it.
Yeah?
Did some research during the first half of the show, crunched some numbers. Turns out tonight's show is number 999.
Really?
Yeah.
How do we screw up?
I don't know, but tune in tomorrow, America.
Yeah.
For the big 1000th
Does that mean we
show.
do this all over again?
What's that?
Do we do this all over again?
No, we'll just do another one tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Rerun.
1000th show. Greg, you asked where Red Eye's 1000th episode ranks in the pantheon of television milestones, and you used examples like Who Shot JR, The Last Mash, the premiere of Alf, and the moon landing.
Yeah.
The difference is those are all fictional shows.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point. Everything done on a soundstage, Andy.
Absolutely. That's how it works these days.
Yeah.
Alf is real.
Yeah. Bill, watching you on that thing you called a float,
Yes.
put me in the mind of the Gay Pride Parade for some reason.
P.S. That dude in the tie thinks you should be fired.
I saw that, actually.
Yeah, I'm glad you did.
Yeah.
I'm glad you did. He went
Yeah.
into Lon's speech. We had to cut it to
Did
the
he
time.
really?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe we can put the whole thing up online, maybe.
Not a fan.
Really?
Not a fan. And there were people behind him cheering.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Ann, did you really hate Red Eye when you first saw it?
Yes, but in my defense, the first 6 months really did suck.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. They were
Yeah.
bad.
I wouldn't say 6 months. I'd say 4 months.
I don't know. What do you think, Rob?
I don't know who mom and dad are fighting. I say 5 months.
I'd say, you know what I feel? This is like your parents discussing how ugly you were as a baby.
As a baby, yeah. Yeah.
But then you look at me now, I'm beautiful.
It's true. It's
I
true.
really am. I am beautiful. I'm beautiful. But they all the swans used to be ugly ducklings, Andy.
Hey, maybe when you can't run a show, you could run one of those early shows to prove to the viewers who is right here.
I don't think there's any reason to show any early episode, particularly ones that ran like before the first Memorial Day.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure those don't exist
Was
anymore.
that 4 months or 6 months?
Yeah, that was like 4.
Okay, fine, you win.
Yeah. Hey, Rob, is it okay if we use better than when those monks in the 60s used to pour gasoline over themselves and set themselves on fire in our next ad campaign?
Yeah, but,
Oh,
not
absolutely.
for free.
No, absolutely. Absolutely.
It's not roblong.org, okay?
Sure.
.com, baby.
You got it, baby. All right.
Andy, next ad campaign?
Yeah, I was hoping someone would catch that. Hey, Lauren, I believe we have an old clip of you doing yoga. Michael, can we roll that?
Don't you? Don't.
No, I'm now being told we don't have it.
Oh, what a shame. What a shame. You couldn't dig that up in the archives.
I apologize, Lauren. I apologize.
Apologize to your fans, Andy. Apologize to them.
Yeah, I know. Greg Logan, GOP debate. Greg, you said you assumed that Lauren was sober enough to watch the debate. In 1,000 episodes, that's probably the funniest thing you've ever said. Lauren, you said Michelle Bachmann is the closest of any of the candidates, or that any of the candidates would be to a rebound person for you. It's so hot.
She was the best looking.
Yeah.
My book.
Do you want to go on and talk more about this?
We can talk about it off camera, Andy, if
Okay,
you like.
that works for me. Sorry,
Doesn't
fans.
work for our viewers.
Sorry,
though.
America. Yeah.
I'll live tweet.
And you said you think Chris Christie won the debate. He, of course, wasn't there. A lot of people seem to think someone else who wasn't there kind of won, and that's Rick Perry.
Possibly.
Yeah. That's good news for Aerosmith fans, right?
Yes.
No, Andy, you're confusing.
What did I get wrong?
Rick Perry was the great center for the Golden State Warriors.
Is that? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I totally got that wrong.
Win.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Greg, you said Herman Cain got a lot of grief for that thing that he said.
Yes.
Yeah. Which, by the way, is helpful for the viewers at home.
I know. That sends them back to the internet, Andy, and that's a helpful tool.
Is that it? Is that how it works? All right. Do you mean that when he said it's not that he wouldn't have any Muslims in his government, he just wouldn't have any of the ones who want to kill us?
Yes.
Okay. Way to take a bold stance, Herman.
Well, I think he needed to clarify, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Did any of the other candidates come out against that?
Could I defend Herman Cain here?
Please.
I think he should have said he's going to take the position of the most beloved Democrat in history, FDR, and just throw them all in internment camps.
That would have gone over well, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
You should not be managing Herman Cain.
No.
It's just a thought for
or
me.
anyone else's, for that matter.
Yes.
And I disagree with them both.
Yeah. Yeah. But I do think it's good that he wouldn't have anyone in his government who wants to kill us.
Yeah.
I think good for him.
And they should take an oath.
No.
What's wrong with taking an oath?
Some kind of loyalty oath?
Yes.
Yeah, you would think that's a good idea.
Andy, we did that in my treehouse over the summer.
I know. I signed.
Yes, we did. We used salamander blood.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, that was
yes,
fun.
we did. And then we drank it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you still left me there and went roller skating with Katie.
First of all, I'm not a salamander, and second of all, that hurt. I've still got an open wound.
First of all, you are a salamander. Second of all, it was supposed to hurt.
I take issue with you.
Rob, Hot Air's Ed Morrissey says it's time to dump these debates. Is he right?
No, not at all. This is when people get to know who the candidates are and they get to see them. And look, if we dump these debates, what would people write about on the internet? So that's kind of all we got right now.
The whole internet would probably shut down.
Well, at least 30% of it. Yeah, the rest is just Netflix streaming.
That's true. And sending penis pictures.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.